The ongoing legal dispute between actress Blake Lively and her former co-star and director Justin Baldoni from the film It Ends With Us has taken yet another dramatic turn in the public eye. Recently, both parties appeared at a New York federal courthouse for mandatory settlement discussions aimed at resolving the high-profile case before it heads to a full trial. These talks, which lasted a grueling 6 hours, ultimately failed to produce any agreement, leaving the matter set to proceed as planned. As the session concluded, observers noted stark contrasts in how the two emerged from the building. Baldoni exited with an air of confidence, smiling broadly and accompanied by his wife Emily, who stood supportively by his side. He appeared gracious and at ease, heading directly to his waiting vehicle without addressing the media throng outside. In sharp contrast, Lively left alone, her expression stern and focused, moving quickly toward her car with no visible family members or close allies in sight. This solo departure did not go unnoticed by those following the saga closely, particularly on social media platforms where fans and critics alike dissected every detail. One particularly pointed comment that gained traction online drew a direct parallel to a famous element from the popular television series, Game of Thrones. The user highlighted how Lively walked out unaccompanied, without her husband Ryan Reynolds or her longtime friend, the singer Taylor Swift, who have both been referenced in connection to the case. The post read something along the lines of Lively resembling the character Khaleesi, Daenerys Targaryen, left isolated and without her protective dragons. This metaphor struck a chord because it tied directly back to allegations and evidence presented in the legal filings. According to details that have emerged from the complaints and countersuits, Lively had once described herself in a text message to Baldoni as being like Khaleesi, the powerful and commanding figure from the show who commands loyalty and protection from her mythical dragons. In that same communication, she reportedly referred to Reynolds and Swift as her own personal dragons, fierce, loyal defenders who would stand by her side in conflicts or challenges. This reference stemmed from an earlier meeting at Lively's New York home in 2023, where discussions about script changes for the film reportedly took place. Baldoni claimed he was invited there, only to find Reynolds and Swift present, acting in a supportive capacity that he later characterized as intimidating or influential. The dragons analogy has since become a recurring theme in online discussions about the feud. Supporters of Baldoni have seized on it to mock Lively's current situation, suggesting that in this moment of legal pressure, her supposed protectors were nowhere to be found. Comments flooded in, with many expressing schadenfreude over her appearing vulnerable and unsupported. Phrases like "Khaleesi without her dragons" and "Where are the dragons now?" became common in posts criticizing her approach to the lawsuit. Some accused her of using her celebrity connections to wage a campaign against Baldoni, while others defended her right to seek justice over alleged mistreatment on set. The broader context of the case adds layers to this public trolling. Lively initiated legal action against Baldoni and a crisis communications expert he allegedly hired, claiming sexual harassment during production and a subsequent effort to damage her reputation after she raised concerns. Baldoni and his production company, Wayfarer Studios, responded with their own countersuit against Lively and Reynolds, alleging defamation and extortion. Although that countersuit was dismissed by the judge earlier, the primary claims remain active, with a trial date looming that promises to draw significant attention. Legal experts note that mandatory settlement conferences like this one are standard in civil cases to encourage resolution and reduce court burdens. They occur privately without public access to the negotiations, which explains the lack of detailed statements from inside the room. Baldoni's attorney confirmed via email that no settlement was reached, paving the way for the case to move forward. Lively's team has previously indicated that numerous high-profile witnesses could be called, including Swift, model Gigi Hadid, actors like Emily Blunt, Alexis Bledel, America Ferrera, and Hugh Jackman, as well as influencers and media figures such as Candace Owens and Perez Hilton. This list underscores how deeply intertwined celebrity circles are in the dispute, turning what began as a workplace complaint into a spectacle involving some of entertainment's biggest names. The absence of Reynolds or Swift at the courthouse fueled speculation about shifting alliances or strategic decisions to keep a lower profile. Online detractors interpreted it as a sign of weakness, amplifying the Dragons' narrative to paint